Hi guys, welcome to Chakra Sessions. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbé, and as we always start the show, or have for such a long time, hi Rob, what'd you know, Polly Jo? I'm really excited to always see you first in the house. That always brings a smile to my face. So we are here every Tuesday afternoon, and we are learning about our energy system and the chakras and how they impact our whole life, our physical, our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual parts of our life. And when we are informed, we can start taking care of ourselves, and we can start doing things to empower ourselves on our healing journey. And that's my job, is to heal the healers. And I do that by giving you the information you need and by guiding you through healings and meditations, and just really helping you find out more about yourself so that you can do what you are meant to do. So nice. All right. So hello, Robin. And good afternoon to everyone. And I love this from Adrian. Great afternoon. Let the learning commence. I love that. That is how it feels to me. This is, my teacher archetype comes online and is like, okay, what can I teach them today? What nugget of information can I share with them that might help change some part of their life, or just understand what's going on within their own body. Hello, Jill. Nice to see you. Glad to see you're in the house today. So we always give a few minutes for people to get here, to catch up and whatnot. And in the meantime, we remind everyone to, if you could, like and share this broadcast so that it can reach more people organically. Facebook has certain algorithms about how we show up in people's news feeds. And the more you like and share, or, do those little hearts on the bottom, or comment, it actually allows our broadcast to show up in the feed more often, and it reaches more people, which is, the whole point. With people who are doing healing work, we are often, grassroots. I like to think of it. And so we love and support each other when we're doing our work, because then we can reach more and more people and really change the planet in our own particular way. So I'm so glad you guys have shown up. Hello, Cassandra. Nice to see you. Glad to have you in the house. So today's episode, I guess you call it, is all about releasing fear. It's a pretty big task. We hold fear in a lot of parts of our bodies, and we have different types of fear, which can then create some difficulty. But in general, when we're in fear energy, we're not in love energy. And love energy is where change and flow comes from. So we're really focusing on anything that is not love. And so I'm lumping that into a huge category of fear. And most fear gets its primary energy in the third chakra, hence the yellow color of my name today is in yellow. If I'd really been on the ball, I would have tried to wear yellow, but I'm pretty sure I don't even own it. So yellow is all about your third chakra, which is in your solar plexus, which is located just a little bit below your rib cage. Hi, Ellen. Still have fears. You know what? We all still have fears. So, yes, Rob, perfect. Yellow bellied. Exactly. That yellow energy, that fear energy will take over in your stomach in particular. And yes, it will impact how well you act with courage or not. It's how empowered you feel. So yeah, we all have fears. I mean, if somebody is out there saying, they're not fearful of anything, I think that would be a false statement for anyone. Because the reality is there are things that we doubt or we have insecurities about, and we may not know until they show up. But we all have some sort of fear, and some of them go back to childhood. We have fears that we have no idea why they are there. There are a lot of people who have fears, large fears like fears of high places, of insects, especially spiders, or of snakes. So all of those things, you may never have even encountered a snake in this lifetime, and yet you have this intense fear. So we can carry our fears from one lifetime to the next in our energy body, because usually we don't resolve them. So, very cute, Adrian. He said, can journaling our fears be considered yellow journalism? I guess it probably could. So, but journaling your fears is a way of grounding the energy. When you journal, think of it as a way to take what's spinning in your head, in your body, and grounding it onto paper. I know some people journal into a computer. For me, that does not work so well. I actually need paper, and I think it's because of how much earth and wood energy the paper holds, and it allows that spinning to really anchor. And lots of times, I'm sure you've had this happen to you as well, once you get it down on paper, it's less daunting. Now it looks more like a project to tackle, and it's a little easier to manage. I have paper right by my bed. So if I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, because many of us do, and have something spinning that I'm trying to figure out, I put it all down so I'm not trying to remember it when I wake up. And then lots of times it will resolve itself even before I'm awake. So nice. So Rob says, what does that say about the international standard of referees wearing yellow? Well, wearing yellow is actually it is a symbol of power. So when you send yellow energy out, it can be a sign of don't mess with me. And it's also a sign of being entitled. We used to, here in the United States anyways, a sign of wealth was when a farmer could paint his barn yellow. And if you could paint your barn yellow, you had money. And so yellow was that symbol for people. And it still carries that energy. So a referee wearing yellow is like, my word is the end. And actually it does instigate some fear for the people who are playing, or participating. I guess that's a better way of putting it. When they see yellow, they have a little bit of fear that may trigger, old fear that may trigger for them. But the yellow is a sign of power. Hi, Neshi. Nice to see you. Yeah, tell the players that. No kidding. Part of that, you have to wear yellow and be in a place where you can own that you can wear yellow, that you are comfortable with it, that you are not in a ego place, because we don't receive that very well. The reality is they should be wearing green because then you're going to hear what they say from the heart, green or blue, because when they're wearing green or blue, then you're thinking energetically that it's authentic truth. So that would be a much better thing to be wearing. So as we're talking about fear, you can think about different ways that you guys have fear. And fear doesn't have to be fear. Like I said, I'm using it as a catch-all word. Fear can be doubt. We can doubt ourselves. We may not think we're worthy of something, and that is a form of fear, and that is I'm sorry, I'm getting a quick download. So anything that is blocking you from being in your power is you being in fear. Fear of somebody judging you, of what will they think. That's all fear. It doesn't have to be actual existential fear that we're talking about. So when you have those doubts and fears that you have blocking your energy, it can take on a whole bunch of different forms. And in the third chakra, it can create a lot of chaos. And I'm specific with fear in this chakra at the moment because anybody who is empathic, 80 to 85% of empaths take their information in through their third chakra. They feel their gut instincts in their belly. And because of that, it's where we can get clogged energetically because we can actually hold on to fear that's not even our own. So think about, watching the news and watching the media and listening to what's going on in politics and things like that. And your stomach may start to clench and get tighter. I know mine does. Even watching, drama shows, because there's suspense and stuff like that, it squeezes your energy for a moment because it wants you to have that little taste of fear. That's when you're really into the show and you got to see how it ends because you want the fear to be released. So this is all about those ways that our energy kind of gets compressed, and it often happens in the third chakra. Doesn't mean that it isn't happening all over your body, because it does happen all over your body. So when we do the meditation and the clearing, we're setting the intention that we're releasing fear wherever it's located. But you may notice a lot of movement in your belly because that holds any old anger, any old judgment, any assumptions, any anxiety, any stress, any overwhelm, and fears, self-doubt, self-worth. I think everybody's going ding, ding, ding. I have all of those. Those particular fears are all located in the solar plexus energy field. So those are all really part of that. So yes, Jill said yellow is the earth color in 5-element system. Yes. So when you see it in the, I always see that in a star formation. Yellow can be the earth color for that. And when I read the energy body, almost always it accumulates right in the apex, right in that center spot in the third chakra, right beneath that. And Rob said those are more common team colors. Yes, the blues and the greens are much more common. Even red, because red can be read as a power color in that particular energy. And then I find it interesting that the teams are usually forced to wear white when they're home. So they're in more divine energy when they're at home. So interesting how that works. So hello, Margaret. Nice to see you. Hello, Albert. Nice to see you in person. Thank you for joining the show. So as we think about fear and where we hold on to it, you're going to notice as we're doing the healing, you may have it in a couple different spots. So with fear energy, anything with the solar plexus, you may be having difficulty. Yes, the solar plexus is yellow. Perfect. you may start to have difficulty with your stomach. You may have acid reflux. You may have digestive issues. You may have, difficulty with foods or allergies, especially food allergies, or food sensitivities. A lot of people are having food sensitivities. People will have trouble with their pancreas, their liver, their kidneys, even the adrenals, because the adrenals function on either side of the solar plexus. So if you've got a lot of fight or flight that's still triggered within your energy system because of past trauma, or just things are really super stressful for you right now, then you are going to have difficulty with the solar plexus and with the third chakra. So if you've had kidney stones, gallstones, if you have elevated blood sugar, if you have had IBS or Crohn's disease, all of those come from third chakra energy. Trouble with your gallbladder, had your gallbladder removed like me, that's all connected to the fear energy. And if you've had any pain in your back, in the middle of your back, that is all blocked fear energy just in the third chakra. So thank you, Neshi, for loving and sharing the show. Yes, guys, the more people who like or love the show and share it, the more we can reach other people, because, it's our opportunity to spread the healing, out there on the planet. So I think of my third chakra as my personal sun. And when I think of it as the sun, I feel best on really bright sunny days. I don't know about you, but when I can just sit out there and bask in the sunshine, I feel calm. I feel good. My mood is usually good. Maybe not when it's super humid, but just that nice bright sunny day. And when things are cloudy for too long, our mood gets kind of squashed and depressed. And that's what happens to the solar plexus chakra when we have excess energy. It accumulates around it and kind of creates a ring. And the denser that ring is, the more cloudy your energy system feels and the more depressed you feel. It's hard to feel your own inner sun. And then it's really hard to exert yourself and really feel in your personal power. And that's when the doubt comes in. This is also the place where we tend to do a lot of guilt. And we even shame ourselves or other people because we're in a more compressed energy. So you can see just having fear in this chakra, how many things it can affect in your physical life. And this is where, if people have suffered from depression, any type, whether it's post-traumatic stress, or whether it is bipolar, or whether it is manic, any type of depression energy in that whole category, that will have some energy that is being held back in the third chakra. I love it, Jill. She goes, I prefer rainy, cloudy days. Pretty much don't do well in the sun. Well, that happens when we've got a lot of junk around our third chakra and we are more used to that. So when we are forced to shine too brightly in our lives and to step out of the shadows and into the limelight, we can feel a little bit overwhelmed that we're getting all of that attention. And so I've had a number of people who've said that over the years that I've worked with as clients. And generally that has been the case. They've got a lot of energy clogging up their third chakra. So they enjoy what they have within them. So let's work on that third chakra today, Jill, and get you back to your sunshine, because you have a sunny personality. Oh, yes. Um, Rob says, rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Well, and wasn't Karen Carpenter sort of the poster girl for depression, right? Because that really is what happens, when you can't feel anything within you, and then you need it outside of you to kind of remind you who you are. I'm not sure why that's important, Jill. Jill says, I'm Irish. I'm Irish too. I did that test where, they found out I'm 42% Irish, which is really interesting considering my parents each have some. My dad has quite a bit. My mom only has a tiny bit. But I ended up more with my dad's Irish heritage, I guess. And I always felt more Irish than anything else anyways. So Jill says, yeah, that fits. Okay, that fits too. Yeah, because it feels more like what's going on within you. So if you have not watched this show before, we are going to do some clearing of our energy system. Let's get some of that fear energy out. Because even a little bit leaving will create some breathing room in your life. And as we do that, I'm going to set a sacred space for us. And as the energy is moving, I will be channeling what to say to you. It's often very similar, but specific words will come in to help you and anybody who watches this in the future, which is the really cool part, that you can watch this a year from now and you're still going to get the healing vibration because it's channeling through in my voice as we're doing it. And I will be making clearing noises. They often sound like little burps, but fear is a big thing. So you might even hear some squawking kind of noises. That just means some really old energy is ready to go and it's going up to the divine. So my clients who see me in person, and I'm sure Ellen can attest to that if she's still here, they're happy when I make noise because they know a lot of stuff moved. And for the group, I haven't had to be as loud as I am in person. Thank goodness. My spiritual team has been helping me with that, but I'm just warning you about that. So Jill said, that's why I thought I liked dark moors and rains and clouds. Yes, it definitely is why, because, and the other thing is there are some people who it's part of their spiritual contract of what they're supposed to do or what they're meant to do here on the planet at this point in time. Some people are meant to go into the dark places to help people out of them. So I was somebody who was in the dark. And so I remember clearly what it felt like. As soon as I tap in to someone's energy field, that's a client, it triggers in me that, oh yeah, I remember how that felt and wished I had somebody to help me through it. So some of us are meant to know what that feels like so that we can sort of give a helping hand. That's how I feel about the healing energy is I'm giving you a hand to help pull you up. I'm not sort of pushing you into your own healing. I'm giving you a hand up vibrationally and helping you to move whatever feels right for you. So yeah, Ellen said, oh yes, she's been here when I've been noisy. Because Ellen went through quite a lot of loss in the last 2 years, I guess. And so during that time period, there was a lot of stuff that was moving. And so there were times that I was noisy. So my guides are being pretty clear to let you guys know that. So to do this clearing, you want to be sitting or laying down, whatever's comfortable for you. You want your arms and legs uncrossed because we want to keep our energy circuits open. We don't want to cross our wires and send energy ricocheting throughout our body. Yep. And we're going to call in the divine energy, however you perceive that. So whether you connect to God or Goddess, Creator, Great Spirit, all that is, the oneness, consciousness, any way that you connect is your unique way, and it is perfect for you. So call in that energy for yourself in this moment.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask the divine energy to surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light.
Yeah.
And we're going to also ask that a bubble be placed around the room or the space that we're in, just so we have an extra layer of protection. And again, that is a bubble of infinite love and infinite light.
Yeah.
That will give us a second layer of protection so that we can just feel more comfortable and more safe in allowing ourselves this moment of healing and connection.
Yeah.
And we're going to call in our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, our animal totems, the ascended masters, the divine beings, whoever is on your spiritual teams. And invite the whole team, not just the ones that you know, but all the ones that work behind the scenes that you are maybe even unaware of. Just invite them all in to assist.
Yeah.
And guide you through this.
Yeah.
And just notice the divine energy above the crown of your head. You may feel pressure or tingling. You may sense light or heat or cold, or you may experience nothing at all. And all of those are perfect for you in this moment.
Yeah.
There is no right way for you to connect to the divine. We each have our own pathway.
Yeah.
And we're going to set the intention that this healing is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're going to begin to allow the energy to come in through the head, through the third eye, and just allow the energy to begin to clear any thoughts, ideas, beliefs, or patterns that are spinning in our brain, in our energy system.
Yeah.
Anything that may be causing us discord or dis-ease.
Yeah.
And taking a moment to call back home any energy that is broken off in distraction. We may have left a piece of our energy in the past with a traumatic event. We may be stretched into the future, worrying about what will be or could be.
Yeah.
We may be stretched into the past, spinning on what was.
Yeah.
Just really calling all that energy home back within ourselves, reintegrating.
Yeah.
so that we can be in this moment of now.
Yeah.
And releasing any beliefs that others have unknowingly given us and taught us that no longer function for our highest best at this moment in time. Really opening and clearing our pathways of communication with ourselves, with others, with our spiritual team, so that we can release confusion and assumptions that may cause difficulty for our energy at this moment in time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And really allowing ourselves space so that we speak clearly and concisely so that others understand what we mean and no confusion occurs.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And releasing any fear energy that we may have in our throat around speaking our truth, speaking our heart,
Yeah.
expressing who we are, all that we are meant to create.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And really giving space to other people in our life to be able to do the same.
Yeah.
So they're not fearful of what we might think or we might say as they express who they are as well.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And releasing all of the ways that we've held on to burden for ourselves, for other people, maybe in fear of letting someone else down or letting ourselves down.
Yeah.
So all the responsibilities and stress, tension that you may be carrying on the shoulders and the back of the neck, or maybe squeezing the back of the neck,
Yeah.
and really breathing in the divine energy and asking it to cleanse and dissipate, dissolve the energy so it begins to wash away like water.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And allowing the energy to come off the arms, the elbows, the hands, the wrists.
Yeah.
Any fear that we may be holding on to about giving or receiving love, compassion, forgiveness. Again, with others, but really deeply with ourselves.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And allowing the energy to begin to clear in the heart and in the lungs. Clearing all the times we've held our breath in fear.
Yeah.
Times we've been afraid to live our lives fully.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Freely and without judgment.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And moving into the heart and releasing all the fear that we have around being loved and loving others. Or that feeling of being unlovable.
Yeah.
And how all of those feelings
Yeah.
can control how we give and receive love, affection, attention with others.
Yeah.
Releasing any childhood fears that our inner child may be carrying and holding on to, especially in the upper right chamber of the heart.
Yeah.
And just filling those fear places with love and acceptance. And the magic that you can become the parent of your own inner child in this very moment. And you can release all other energy connected to that, if you so choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the lower right chamber of the heart, releasing all the fear that is attached to your inner adult. The fear of productivity, the fear of accomplishing, the fear of deadlines, the fear of what others think.
Yeah.
Any fear you may be holding on to connected to your doing rather than your being. And any confusion that you may have between the two. For your doing is not your being. It is separate and outside of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And clearing any fear energy attached to your inner warrior, Any ways you've been fearful of standing up for yourself or others in the way that you are meant to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Any ways that you've reacted to others' fear around what they are passionate about.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then clearing the energy in the upper left chamber of the heart that's connected to your inner sage, your inner wise one. Any fear you've had about listening to yourself and your own intuition.
Yeah.
Ways you may have handed over your power to another by asking them what they think, rather than tuning into what you know intuitively within you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Beautiful. And now moving into your solar plexus that loves to collect fear in so many different ways. Really starting in with any stress that you are holding on to
Yeah.
for yourself or for others. That takes you out of your joy or takes you out of your love energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing any anxiety that you are holding on to.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
In all its different forms. The worry, the panic, the self-doubt, the second guessing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Beautiful. And now releasing the energy, the fear energy that we hold on to in resentment. We resent what others have done or said, or when others resent us. Any ways we've compressed that within our energy body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even ways that has turned into anger or hate or rage
Yeah. Yeah.
within you or around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remember, in this process, you are releasing your energy and any energy that you may have picked up from other people around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Often unknowingly,
Yeah. Yeah.
or because you're trying to be helpful.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good job. And finally, releasing any judgment energy that you may be carrying about other people or that they may be carrying about you.
Yeah.
And all the fear and stress and anxiety that creates when we make assumptions
Yeah.
and others make assumptions about us.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And really making room for the ability to hear other people without reacting to their energy. Being able to differentiate and keep their energy separate from you in the moment.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oof. Now we're going to move down into the second chakra, in the navel, right below the belly button. And really clear any fears you have about feeling all of your emotions fully.
Yeah.
Any ways that you block your senses from giving you accurate information.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any fear energy that you have in relation to other people, whether they are in your current situation or they are from your past. But if you are still holding fear or your energy still collapses when that person is mentioned or that person is around, then know that there is some sort of fear energy attached and really allowing that to let go in this moment.
Yeah.
And letting go of any energy and fear around addictions. Where addictions surface when we are trying to control our fear. So in releasing our fear, we can empower ourselves once more.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little bit more space. Whatever you are able to in this moment. No judgment.
Yeah.
And releasing any fear around creation energy. Creating ideas, creating new things, creating art, music, creating children, creating connections, creating new opportunities. Really allowing any energy that is blocking that for you to just really gently dissipate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moving down into the first chakra and really taking out any fear around safety, security, money, stability that you may hold on to from way back. Taking back your power, taking back your energy so that fear does not have to hold you, squeeze you tightly. Instead, breathing in love and compassion to yourself for needing to respond that way in that moment, but choosing to respond differently in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Letting go of the fear attached to money that you may give money power over your life and how you live it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And really allowing the energy that you've released to move down your legs, down your thighs, past your knees, past your calves, your shins, those ankles and those feet, and allowing it to move from your feet into the ground. You can imagine that happening through a giant root system, like an amazing tree, or by a cord, like an umbilical cord, going from your tailbone all the way through all the layers of the earth to connect to the heartbeat of the Earth Mother herself.
Yeah.
And just allowing all of that cleared energy to go down into the earth to be composted and changed into beautiful, new healing energy for the entire planet. Healing our water, our air, our food, our trees.
Yeah.
Now asking the earth energy to come up and fill in all those places where we released energy. Kind of like you're sucking up a giant straw of this golden honey energy, the divine feminine energy, and using it to fill in all those nooks and crannies in your feet and in your ankles, and coming up your calves, up into your knees, into your thighs, to your hips, filling your whole pelvic floor and your tailbone. Filling your whole lower belly.
Yeah.
Your upper belly. All your organs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bringing it up through your rib cage to fill your lungs. And your beautiful heart. And allowing it in your heart to go into all the chambers, and really, as it fills, it spreads through all of the blood circulating through all the veins and capillaries and cells, back to all the tissues everywhere in your body. And allowing the energy to go down your arms and into your hands.
Yeah.
And then moving up into your throat, clearing your throat and your neck, your whole spinal column,
Yeah.
all your bones, up through your skull and your jaw and your sinuses and your brain, all the way to the top of the head, and really allowing it to cascade over you as it repairs all of your auric layers outside of your physical body. Reminding you that your aura is in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, and on either side of you, so that all the cracks and tears that you may have had just from life stress can gently repair and fill beautifully through the physical layer and the emotional layer,
Yeah.
through the mental layer and the spiritual layer, and even through your karma and past lives. Now let's take a moment to just allow any extra energy to flow back down into Mother Earth, to cleanse and repair her as well. Just take a moment of gratitude with your spiritual team and the divine energy that has shown up for you today to assist you in your healing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're gently going to come back into our physical body, allowing the meditation to dissolve by feeling our bones and the weight of our bones and muscles, the weight of gravity pushing down on us.
Yeah.
You may become aware of the noises in the room around you, the smells, the sights. Whew! We did a lot there. Very nice. So, Rob, I'm not sure when you wrote this. That's the only perspective which allows me to look at my past and still love. So I'm not sure where that came in. So at the moment, it feels a little out of context. I don't have a way to respond fully to it. But there was a lot of energy that moved for us as a group. So I'm quite thankful that happened. I'm sort of running out of time. But I do want to remind you that tomorrow night, I have my show at 7 p.m., The Soul Connections, where we do this healing meditation without a specific topic, just whatever you need healing on. And then it's followed by channeled messages, divine messages that come through from the cards that I draw for people. So I'd love to have you join me. And if you enjoyed this meditation, or you can think of somebody in your life who maybe could use some help releasing some fear or anxiety or stress, please like and share this broadcast so maybe it can reach them. You know, you can even tag them if you can think of somebody who might really enjoy it. Because the more that we help each other, the more, and help ourselves. We heal ourselves first. And then when we heal ourselves, we can help others to do the same. And that's been my mission for quite a while now, is to heal the healers. And thank you for being here. And thank you, Star Nations, for allowing that to happen for me. You are so welcome. Woo! Thank you so much. Yeah, that one was a doozy, I think. Was for me too. Oh, nice. Going through darkness, I help others out of it. Yes. Yeah, that's the only way I can work through that. That it allows me to see everything that I've gone through to really move. Oh, Ellen, wow, tears throughout. Tears are great, sweetie. That's energy releasing, and fear is lots of times got grief attached to it, and that is perfect, to release it however you need to. So that's great. Wow, whoa. Okay, Robin, I hope that's a good wow and a good whoa. Adrian says, for my solar plex down, I feel as if I've been run over and through by a herd of wild bison, and this feels great. Yeah. Sometimes I have a picture that I've put up for my students a few times when they're going through the school, because we do this over and over each weekend. We sort of pull up the whatever's blocking them, and then we do clearing, and we spend 20 hours each weekend doing that. And I have a picture of a cartoon person being put through a giant ringer. And it's like, are you ready for this weekend? Because, yeah, you feel like that. Yes, she will listen later on tomorrow night's show because there's a ball game. Yes, there are a lot of ball games that are going on right now. Perfect. You are welcome, Ellen. I'm glad that helped. Thank your spiritual team for helping today. Yes. Yeah, that was really cute, wasn't it, when the computer just dinged? Yep, they gave me the little reminder. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Robin. So with that, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Be gentle with yourself, and, really allow yourself to notice how this energy shifted for you. And again, please share with anyone that you might think would enjoy learning how to release their fear. And hopefully I will see you either next week when we move into the heart chakra. Yay! Or tomorrow night at 7. And with that, you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.